Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Mirma Special Edition ATP's book reveal. ATP, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, very good. And we're here with that Mud Shark or
Yes,
Chad.
star guest Chad Zumock in the building.
Chad,
Chad,
I get all that
Yay!
shit going on, man.
I bring sound effects.
I got all my lights and shit. So
I got your book, Dave.
Yeah. So do I. I got my own book. There you go.
Wow. I didn't realize we all had them by our side.
I only got mine. Actually, I was probably the last
planned.
one because everything takes forever to get to the Bahamas because it has to go through customs. I was probably the last one of all of us to get them. So whatever.
Who did the forward?
Yeah, who did do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, who was your forward man?
Oh, Doug Stanhope. That's awesome.
Well, I dedicated my friend. Unfortunately, died a few years ago.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, no, I just did the introduction and stuff like that. Chad, you can write my next forward. That's when my hair's longer. Yeah. I like it this length, but
No, but Chad, I was gonna ask you, man. So I saw a lot of hate on X about you coming on today about financial gains and all that dumb shit.
It's usually the case.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so how are you been doing with your show? Because I heard something happened to you a couple days ago, a week ago, or something like that about your show.
On Sunday, I got the information. I just saw Mission Impossible, by the way, movie review. And all of a sudden, everybody started texting me like, "Why is my membership on hold? What's going on?" So I went to my Google AdSense, and it said it was paused and suspended because it gave a very vague explanation. But since then, I realized two things might have happened. I thought somebody was attacking it. Well, they did attack it. Bots attacked it, like double-clicking ads, possible people buying traffic for shows. Because I do shows, and next thing you know, it was at 800. It happens to Shuli, it happens to Kevin, it happens to Melton, it happens. So
Right.
I guess Google, they sensed this and they put a suspension on it, and now we just got to wait because there's only like 2 people that work at Google, and you can't call them. So, but in the meantime, I have no money coming in, and with my Patreon getting struck by Stuttering John, and I only have stand up, so it's a tough time. You know, I got money for a raining day, but who knows if I'll ever get the monetization back.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks.
So what do you do? Like Streamlabs or
I'm looking into every possible scenario right now, just because I got to do something. You know, this is what I kind of fell backwards into, is this whole streaming thing for the past 2.5 years. And it's been very profitable. And, you know, I don't tour as much as I used to because I'm old. I'm 50. And now I just
47, so I get it.
Yeah. So I just pick gigs that are really good and I like and pay well. So we'll see what the next step is, the next chapter.
Well, I mean, Dan from a Nice Stupid Podcast is always telling me how he goes behind the scenes to give you, show advice and everything. Maybe he might have some advice to.
I'm good on Dan.
He goes, I'm good off that shit.
Dan should take his own advice. He's trying so hard with $2 super chats to get an audience. And
so this is like my issue that I was gonna rant on before. Like, I'm not gonna rant about like some of the whatever contributors. It's more like because you're saying that someone from a VPN was like whatever.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many of these loser fans that need to get lives. It's unbelievable to me.
Yeah. It's called the internet.
It's just like, dude, it's like, I know I got caught up in MLC and whatever that shit for about 2 years ago. But like if you're that into it that you're going to ruin some guy's like livelihood and like you're going to do this and that. And the one guy I fucking really hate, and I don't care. I'll call him out. Flimsy. I call him flimsy fat failure, right? So, yeah, because he's a fat and he's a cokehead. So imagine being a cokehead and being fat, because so anyhow, but like it's like on one of our shows we had to do with Michael Ray Bauer.
Yeah, right.
And one of our shows with Michael Ray Bauer, he was
Farley.
like, Melton needs to do another like show on Addicted to Profits and expose them. I'm like, why do you care? Like, what's wrong with your life that you're so pathetic that you care about something like this? And I just I think that's my problem. It's just like, if people want to talk shit at each other and have fun and whatever, that's fine. But like to actually ruin somebody's like livelihood over whatever, that's ridiculous.
I've gotten 2 stand-up gigs canceled because of online trolls. So now anytime I book anything, I tell them exactly what's going to happen. This is what it's coming from this guy, and I just give you a heads up. And 9 times out of 10, they don't give a shit. Comedy clubs they get shit all the time. I mean, when Louis was going back out after he got canceled, it was just bombarded, the Yelp reviews. They don't care at this point. So it's just like, you got to protect yourself at this point. And I didn't know anything about VPNs. I know nothing about that stuff.
No, I know tons about it, because living in the Bahamas, I have to use them to like buy stuff. Like I use YouTube Premium. So I use like a American VPN to like download stuff or whatever. So, and they also protect you, and they make your actual internet faster, right? So, yeah. So I know all about them, but like, yeah, but someone who would just use that, and like that's when you're clicking on it a million times, like you have to be a total loser with no life.
There's a lot of them, man. It is what it is. They're online trolls. They exist, and unfortunately, we're in this business where we're talking shit, and people take it a little too far and take it to the real life, and
some bitch shit.
Yeah, honestly. I'm good friends with comedian Sam Tripoli. He calls it comedy combat that I'm in. He goes, I don't want to do anything with that. Then he shows up at Red Bar's house. I'm like, okay.
That was
Red
weak.
Bar was talking about his kids, so I'll give him
a fuck, honestly, though.
Still like whatever, right? So,
I don't know, man. If you get so insecure that you're about to fucking kill somebody, beat someone's ass because someone says some dumb shit about your kid, then I'm like, dude, I don't even know.
Right.
I don't understand that.
I mean, they make fun of my dead brother. They make fun of my mom. I mean, I've heard it all. Like, they think that at this point, there's nothing you could say. I've heard it all. Credit cards, bring it. What do you got? Bring it.
Right. So I got a question.
Fridge magnets.
Yeah. Fridge magnets.
I'll throw a question at you. So what's this super tip shit I've been hearing all about? So apparently I know Melton helped with Moody or whatever, create that super tip program software, whatever have you. And apparently there's some people are saying you joined on it now too with Karmic and some other people.
I'm talking about it because there's a lot of benefits to this. I've done a lot of research. I talked to Jim Florentine. I talked to a lot of people about joining that because it's technically not Melton's company anymore. He sold it.
Yeah. Well, he sold it because I can tell you that I've gone and Chad and GMs of this because all the shit he was doing early on was totally illegal. My dad's a prosecutor. He's a judge. Right, you can't that likeness. Like if you go and look on YouTube, he was like saying, "Oh, this is David Skrika's voice," and I'm like, I never gave him any permission to use that, right?
And from what I heard, a lot of people sent cease and desist about voices, and he immediately took them off. My whole thing is, if they go after somebody, they're going after him. And if he fucks with me, I'll go after him. I'll report him, and And at the end of the day, like there's not a lot of options. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know I don't know any of this stuff. I fell into this out of necessity. So there's that's a situation that we'll see. We'll see. And at the end of the day, you fuck me, I'll fuck you. Bottom line. I'm not a fan of Melton. Period. I'm not. He's done some really shitty things to me, but at the end of the day, I'm in a bad position. I don't know what to do. Let's see. What are you trying to push? And it actually benefits Melton because if Melton goes, hey, look, I brought Chad on to Super Tips. I don't fuck with him. Look, I didn't do anything. You could trust me. And next thing you know, he gets another guy. He's like, okay. So it's good for his reputation. I even said to him, like, listen, I go, this actually benefits Melton in a sense because, and I even said this because I looked through it all. I read through all the terms and conditions. I read everything because if it's a good system, it really is. Because despite the AI, like I guess there could be some legal ramifications, but if somebody else owned this besides Melton, he would be a millionaire. But Melton's burned so many bridges and pissed so many people off that he's just totally begging for people to join right now. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking for it.
Well, what about the Streamlabs things? People were saying use that.
It's all Twitch and gaming, and it's not user friendly. Like I said, I'm ignorant.
I don't know anything about that either. So
exactly,
I live in the Bahamas. You can't even get monetized because you know why? With all the due respect from some of these guys, I don't need to beg for money. So
well, that's why you're here on the show to promote your financial advice.
Exactly.
Book,
exactly. I don't give a shit.
Because a lot of these poor people in the chat probably want to be able to be somewhat, sufficient in their, in their private life.
And I did pitch one of my recent IPOs to Chad, and all he said was, "I don't know shit about investing." He was honest.
My whole thing is like try something because I'm not in a position to say anything. And if anybody tries to fuck you, then Okay, there's more content for you. Let's go. Let's go to war. I don't have say I get my modification back from Google AdSense and it doesn't work. Okay, whatever. No big deal. I'm out. So, at the end of the day, business, right? You got to think business. You got to take feelings out of it. You got to take personal differences and you got to do
Well, the perfect example is, and I have no bones about saying this, is that one reason that like the book is kind of like the sales are average right now is that the company that publishes it is like huge pro Trump, and I'm very critical of some of Trump's policies right now. So I know they're not going to like.
So is Elon Musk, I guess. What the?
Oh
hell?
yeah, and I agree with Elon Musk, by the way.
What did he say? Can you bring me up to speed? I'm sorry, I've been too busy trying to figure out my life.
Like one thing actually I talk about in the book, I mentioned the Doge thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the deficit and debt are out of control. I'm sure you know that much, right, Chad?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So Musk was trying to like cut spending and do these things, and then nothing really happened, and then he left, and then I guess he felt like because his reputation got ruined and it hurt his company. Tesla. So he hurt his sales and his car company. So now he's like gone like totally the opposite way. He's like, because you guys didn't do anything that I said, like all these recommendations I had, you didn't do, and now he's just like burning the bridges down. Burning bridges, Kevin Brennan knows about that.
So Elon initiated the burning bridges.
Well, he did. Yeah. Well, it's kind of both ways. Like, in fairness to Elon, like he was like, okay, you got. Look at one of the big things I talk about in the book is that the country is going to go bankrupt because there's too much debt. $36 trillion in debt. It's 120% of GDP.
And that's what Doge is for, is to get rid of that.
Yeah. And they didn't do anything. And then like people were criticizing them like, oh, you really shouldn't be doing that. You're an independent person. And you're not like, but Congress, they're pigs at the trough, right? Like they want all that spending because it benefits like them personally, right? And their donors or whatever. So he was trying to stop that, and it didn't happen. And I think got fed up with it, and he left. And one of the crazy things he did today was like, you remember Trump was saying like he was going to release all the stuff on the Epstein files, right? Nothing's happened. And like Elon said, I didn't release it because he's one of the guys in it. He said that.
I mean, makes sense, honestly. You incriminate yourself like that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been this sad since Jack and Diane broke up.
Shit. What was I going to say? So, like,
Princess Diana died in the accident, man.
Yeah.
So.
Sad day in comedy.
Sad day in comedy. No, but like, I mean, remember when all the bonds started falling too? Remember that? Was it the Liberation Day
Baghdad.
shit? Do you remember that?
Yeah. So
I mean,
what was interesting about, like, I don't know how much Chad would know about this, but so what was interesting, what happened when the market fell?
How do you know Little Mir knows about it? Why me?
Dude, we got British flags.
Oh, okay. I'll go get a We're based. I got a flag of the country Chad in Africa. I'll put it up.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was colonized at one point. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You were saying something, David.
Actually, before we get into in a second, I have to say Chad turned around his life. He doesn't drink as much.
I'm not drinking at all right now.
Yeah, well,
good man.
I am, but whatever. Like, and then you lost a lot of weight. You're getting in shape. Yeah.
Shape.
So, yeah. So
no more liquor,
with my trainer today. What?
No more liquor, man.
No, it's just when I quit for like 6 months, like it just doesn't do anything for me anymore. Thank God.
Yeah.
When I was depressed, it was feeding the beast. But right now, I'm in a good place. So I'm gonna. It was just coming out of Los Angeles the way I was and the mindset and moving here during COVID. I was just I'm a completely different version of what I was.
Right.
But it took a long time. It took a lot of self-care, a lot of health. Working on your health and your mental health, your physical health.
And I see you getting IVs. Was like once a week now?
I just got one today. Go to my Instagram, Chad Zumock. Yeah.
So why do you just to clear your system? This is just to like replenish your system and everything like that.
Anything healthy I can do, like I do that. You get your fluids, your vitamins, everything you need. I do infrared sauna. I do the cold plunge. I got a trainer Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's just to get your mind right, and it's just now that became my routine, and I got addicted to it.
Well, part of being healthy,
I got addicted to routine.
Well, a part of being healthy is being wealthy, though, at the same time. So, there's some core advice for everyone listening right now. If you want to be wealthy, be healthy.
Chad, like who do you? Because I know like you got whatever, you have a bad childhood or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know? So who do you kind of like lean on? Because my father is like my best friend, right? So like,
what's it like having a father?
Yeah, I have a father. You know.
Yeah.
You know?
No. I know. I have my aunt. She's a great woman. She's my mom's sister. And when my mom died from breast cancer, she really stepped it up. My cousin Jill's very close to me. She's like my sister, and I have like a good unit. My cousin Ryan back in Ohio, and I got I have family back home, and I got friends, and they're my unit. They're my rock.
Yeah. It's like Chow's got a wife that hates him, so like that's good.
That's true.
Sorry,
Confirmed.
So I want to ask David something. David, so when you created your book, when you were writing it for the first time, what kind of inspired, I would say the epilogue into the the end?
Well,
what actually made you want to create the book in the first place?
Well, because I've learned a lot in the last like 20 years, and it took me. I had made a lot of mistakes. I had to lose a lot of money. Like I probably lost more money than our hunchback friend has made his whole life. So anyhow, but I realized this whole like way of like investing that's like it works is that you buy assets. It sounds simple when they're super cheap and hated and unloved, and but like I said, it sounds like simple, but it's like when all the news is negative and everybody like hates everything, it's tough because like a stock can go from like I don't know 50 to 10, and then people are like. At 10, they'll be like, "Oh my God, this thing's been going down for years." But what you have to do is find that it's going to like bottom and turn around, and then there has to be a catalyst for the turnaround. Look, I'll give you a quick example. Like,
sure,
I was bullish on a stock called Fubo, the streaming service.
Yeah.
So, because I use that here because here in the Bahamas, like, I don't have cable, right? So I use it, and then I was like, I like the service; it's a good product, and then I saw that had gone from like 60 to like a buck 40, and it was trading at a fractions as revenues. And also they had an interesting situation going on where they wanted to do what's called a skinny sports streaming package. So what they want to do is like just do sports, right? But they had to get the permission from Disney and all these other companies, right? And then they kept saying no. And then all those companies set up their own service called Venue to do it. And then Fubo was like, F you, we've been wanting to do this for years, and now you turned around and doing your own service, and you're not allowing us in. So they sued. So that catalyst, like the revenues are growing a lot, and then they're going to win this lawsuit, and the stock is cheap. And then I bought it at $1.40, and it went to like $5, and I sold it. So
how's it feel to
part of the reason it went to $5 because Disney settled with them and said, okay, that's fine. So.
How does it feel to be rich though, man? When you see these people in these chat rooms, spending thousands, like you said, Brennan made 2 G's today. I mean, or he got, got 2 G's today or whatever have you. How does it feel looking around?
I'm island poor, I guess. I heard that somewhere.
You're island poor.
No, I know. Yeah, so whatever, man. It's just like I buy these stocks cheap, and I try to like whatever. Like I had one stock actually, one of my biggest position today went up 40%. So whatever.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's just like whatever. So I don't. I just see those people in the chat rooms, and like I think they're fucking losers. Sorry, I just think they're pathetic. And like I love Chad, and I would support Chad. But I think it's almost like a mental illness when you're watching all these shows all the time. It's like addiction, other than to profits, is bad, right? So, like sex, drugs, alcohol. That's all bad. And I think this whole thing where like we're in the Dabbleverse, and if you're watching Shuli, Bob, MLC, Chad, Melton, if that's all you're doing all day, it's not good. It's like. And they've just shown these things, these addictions, like they screw around with their brain too. Like they actually like change the way your brain thinks, and and then when you get off it, you don't care. Like, you get happier with your life or whatever.
Well, my thing is like fans are going to be fans. You're going to like stuff. You're going to hate stuff. Like, I go LeBron James, for example. I shit on LeBron all the time.
I hate LeBron, so
yeah, I'm not a big LeBron guy. So, I shit on him. And, but then again, LeBron's a billionaire at this point. He's been in the league for over 20 years. He's Hall of Famer, quote unquote, top 5 players of all time.
Right.
So he doesn't give a fuck what I say. And that's what I think about a lot of these people. I don't care. And if they're so consistent and persistent, like saying the same shit, like I suck, I just block them. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I got it. I got it the first 20 times. So you're not adding anything. You don't contribute. So I just don't care. I just block them. It's easy. It's like shooting someone dead. It's like, you're done.
Chad, my issue is because I block these guys all the time. It's like,
yeah,
well, you're a pussy because you block people. No,
it's just
it's
like,
you're in the way.
You're in the way.
Like, that guy, like Drunk Zumock, whatever the fuck is called, that guy. You know the guy I'm talking about?
There's so many, I don't even know.
I'm like, can you imagine like setting your whole life around like having an account like this and like just to like whatever shit on like that's pathetic to me.
Yeah, it is. It's sad, but who cares? They're nothing.
I know they
hide anonymously because they're sad. This is their dopamine drip. So you got to look at it that way. That's how I look at it. I'm like, they got nothing. Let them do their thing. But I don't need to see it every day. It's like, okay, I get it. I suck. Whatever. Credit cards.
And one thing that like me and Chad talked about with that certain individual, I'm not even going to name his name, is that he did something really weird to both of us. So like when we both got fed up with it, like when it's happened like a couple of years ago, was like this guy would like not follow you, but like comment on your posts all the time. And it's like weird stalking kind of behavior. Like, yeah.
It's clout chasing too. Like they want.
Yeah. So
one of the reasons why I get a lot of hate is just because they know I react, and that's what they want. And they want to create a beef, like Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid. He wants to get something going. But I've done it so many times. Ski Mask, Stevie Lou.
Has Buckman done that to you too?
Yeah, of course.
Shmuley Buckman.
Yeah, Shmuel. But they're trying to get something going. They want to like a back and forth, and I'm not interested. Like I'm good. You guys have 34 followers. I'm good. It's not doing anything for me. It does everything for you.
It's pretty fucking pathetic, honestly.
Yeah.
And one thing I find pathetic for the whole thing with this other certain individual is that like you're calling this person ugly and that person ugly and disgusting.
Melton.
Yeah. And like, dude, get a new invention. It's called a mirror. Like, what the fuck? Like, how can you like call anybody disgusting? Look at yourself.
It's projection. They're basically they're not happy, and it is. It's been like that forever.
Yeah.
Isn't he getting more successful now though with this show? Because I remember checking him out way back in the day when I first found Red Bar, and he was still like I think around 10K, maybe 9K subscribers YouTube, and then shoot to now he's getting way more numbers now. Honestly, he's making more money. So I think there is a formula that works, but I don't know if it's the best way to mentally go about it.
He just ripped off Red Bar. He like saw what Red Bar did to him, and he now does that to other people.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened. And then the thing is, I met Melton like right out of COVID. I worked in Oklahoma. There's these comedy clubs called the Looney Bin, and for some reason they're shitty clubs, but this guy would never book me, and it bothered me. I was like, oh, I got all these credits. I've done this.
I get it, man.
So one day, and it was right out of COVID. I needed the money. He's just like, I could do you a 2-week run in my clubs. I'm like, great. So I drove out there. I just moved to Florida. I did Oklahoma City, and then I did Tulsa, and that's when I first met Patrick Melton. And we stayed in a comedy condo together for like 4 days. And Earl Skakel, great Earl Skakel, my buddy, said, you're going to love Melton. And
I love Earl, by the way. So.
He's the best. Yeah. And I gotta be honest with you, we got along fine. It was fine. We got along really well, and we didn't really hang. And after the week was over, I went my way, he went his way, and we texted a few times, and that was that. And Melton's originally from Tampa, so we had a connection there.
Right.
Yeah, that's where he had his $14,000 lien judged against him. Sorry.
So
go on.
Basically, I was like going through a dark period here. I was drunk, and then at the time, Carl, Chrissy, Kumia, they all start piling on me because they needed the next Stuttering John. And then from out of nowhere, Aaron Emholt Steel Toe from Steel Toe Morning Show says, okay, I want in with these guys because he's trying to impress Kumia and Carl. He wants to be like one of the guys. He wants to go to DabbleCon and Content House. So he's like, I'm going to go after this Chad guy because he's the next Stuttering John. I've played it a million times.
Yeah.
And then he came after me. I'm like, I don't want to go after this. I don't know who this guy is. I don't care. And finally, he was so persistent that I start firing back, and it became a thing. And then all of a sudden, I start making money, and I didn't know anything. And then Melton was following me on social media. He started following it, and he started going after Steel Toe. And he kind of backdoored himself. He was getting like 100 views watching Butch Bradley, and now he's following the Steel Toe drama, and now he's making money, getting views. I start bringing him on MLC, and then
that audience comes in there too now. Yep, he's blowing the fuck up.
He's in the quote unquote dabble verse, drunk verse, and now he's he ended up making money off of it from everything he's learned through internet trends over the years, what Red Bar did to him, and now he's doing well.
So I do respect that type of success, honestly, though, because it does take a little bit, some type of consistency and knowledge of what's going on in the internet realm.
And I never had
truly
that.
do it. Yeah, I don't. I just can't put the time in to do that. Dumb. That's
Yeah,
just
me
too
too.
much.
Yeah.
But I have to show respect to him. Like, he is successful in what he does, and you can't take that away from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's how it all began, and that's where it is.
Right.
Now he's calling people fat and ugly on the internet, and I'm like, okay, cool,
Good man. So
makes sense.
David, you said he was a pedophile or something, or you
Jesus
said
Christ.
No, I'm kidding.
I think we have.
Oh no, we're gonna watch it right now, man.
Yeah, go pull that up. Let me check that out, man. Let's see this shit.
We're gonna watch this right now.
Let's get a little hot and heavy.
He's a really funny guy. I mean, can you see this right now?
Yeah, I got you. All right, go ahead.
You're a fucking uncommitted loser. You don't give a fuck about anything. And yet you pretend to be a victim about everything. Again, fuck your wife. Fuck your children.
Who's he talking
Fuck
about?
your children.
Kevin Brennan.
Little brown mulatto children.
Tell me Kevin, because Kevin's got like
asses. Yeah, how'd they bleed walking around Neverland Ranch?
what a creep.
You can't help having child porn if someone just sends you child porn.
You ever seen this, Chad?
When people
No,
post
I
me
never
up
have.
From now on, I'm just going, here's some child porn. And I know now I'm going to get so much child porn in my mail. Fucking die.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Can you believe?
I save it and jack to it. I save it and jack to it. I save it and jack to it. Is that illegal to say? That's not.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Allegedly.
I dare you to be trapped in a fucking coal mine with a kid and not fuck it.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Imagine what I think of my daddy,
So this is like him talking about Aaron's kid, just so you know.
Aaron, when I'm older and see all of his videos.
No.
I can't wait until I'm 18 and come on Patrick's show and come at the same time as Patrick.
Jesus.
It will be glorious. Catch you losers on OnlyFans in 5 years.
I have a feeling that
Hugs
voice
and
isn't there
kisses,
anymore.
I too can't wait
Yeah, that was
right.
Moody who made up the voice, by the way. So
until you are 18.
Or as cup holders. And she's singing like, dude, she's right.
Your daughter's got a cup holder, too. I hate to tell you. Turn
Jesus
her upside
Christ.
down. Oh, boy.
Stop talking about my precious children. Meet me outside. I'm not having fun at all.
Fuck your kids. And I mean literally. Like, by the time I'm divorced, she'll be 18. She might spread from me. I'm not opposed.
Jesus Christ, dude, you can't say this. And it's it's not fucking funny. Like, there's nothing funny about this. It's disgusting. I think it's fucking awful. I know, like Chad, you have your little beef with Steel Toe, but like this is disgusting. Like,
No, I'm not saying this is good. This is if this was
no. I showed this to my father, who's a judge, he's a prosecutor. All he said to me was like, "That fucking guy should be kicked off the internet." So
To talking about fucking shit.
Let's-
Not now. She's way, way, way too tight. Anything goes. Except taking little No one's into your kids. And by the way,
dude, that smile is so creepy, by the way.
It's pure evil.
Who put this together?
Pure evil.
Dude, this is fucking third world aristocrat.
This is
guy-
like
I know those guys. Those guys, yeah, they do.
Yeah, this guy's the best, man. So that guy's, by the way, if he's watching this, that guy's a hero. Like, he's.
wait, if I was gonna fuck children, I'd find hotter ones. Your
What
daughter's
the fuck?
ugly and fat. Bring me a hot 10-year-old.
What the
And
fuck?
he's gotta be a boy, because I want to
Disgusting, man.
really feel him fight back. This person reached out to me and let me know of some turmoil that's been caused by my program, apparently, for 3 children. I won't say their name. And
He's naming his kid's
3
name.
children
Fucking
very
Nick-
close to Aaron, asking me to back off, please, for the children. Look, Nick Ricada says he's not retarded.
Nick Ricada?
Anyhow, that's it. It's just,
Okay.
man. Oh, I can see why Melton's comedy career never took off. You know, like fucking.
I will say this. Aaron, or, I'm sorry, Patrick has made a fortune off Aaron Emholt. A fortune.
I know, but like that shit's all disgusting. And by the way, in the first ones, he talks about the mulatto kids. He's talking about Kevin Brennan's kids, just so you know.
Holy shit!
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That's not a big deal. I mean, Chad made fun of KB's kids before, so you know.
Well,
Did you?
I mean,
Let's
Kevin
not
Brennan and I, we've had that Walter White, Jesse Pinkman relationship for so. I mean, I've known him for almost 10 years at this point. So we've fought. We're back. It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah,
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, we're cool. I was just on a show before I jumped on Mirror. I popped on because he was talking. So
Yeah. So.
yeah, it's like
Well,
no
tell
big
Kevin I like to play that on a show with him too.
Absolutely. You should reach it. Yeah, he'll have you on the show.
Yeah, reach out to Kevin, bro. I'm sure
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
like you playing that shit.
I just don't know. Like talking about having sex with children is like weird to me. Like
You
gotta
think?
be- Yeah. And he's got that song. He's like, "Oh, I wrote a song about a 5-year-old fucking a 6-year-old." Well, maybe because you secretly want to fuck a 6-year-old because you're a pedophile. Like,
Wow.
Yeah,
Shots fired.
yeah,
Shots
like,
fired.
You know?
Well, I mean,
And I love what Melton. By the way, my favorite thing about him is he's like, "Oh, my parents are alcoholics and they drank this." I'm like, well, yeah. If you were my only kid, I'd probably drink myself to death too. You know, like, yeah, like. Yeah.
well, I mean, I think children jokes are.
I think he had a
okay.
sister, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
I don't know.
Is she bad? She pretty. You know,
I don't know her.
smoky?
I think he said he had a sister.
I don't know. She probably got smaller boobs than him. So.
Oh, there you go. That one. There you go.
Wow,
No,
somebody's heating up over here.
I know. Come on, David. Let's go, baby.
What I love
Keep
is like
cooking.
when he calls Aaron Mooby. I'm like, look at yourself.
Hey, yes, sir.
It's like,
David,
I know.
David, you got any more for me? I know you can come up with one more.
I don't know. Like, but he called Ashley Cummins on Glee. It's like, dude, buy a new invention. It's called a mirror.
yeah.
You're a Rodney guy, right?
Yeah.
I tell you. And by the way, because I might change Ronnie loves MLC to Ronnie loves sit down with Zumock. So yeah.
Well, I'm
There you
changing
go.
my my brand name.
You are.
I'm changing the name of my show from Kumia's World Exclusive. Everybody, I'm changing the name. Because it's just it ran its course.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just a fight back to Kumia and Aaron and Carl and those guys, and it's just like now it's just like whatever. Who cares? Kumia's nothing. It's over.
Dude,
So,
Kumia is like super chatting Melton. It's like disgusting. Like,
That's sad. It's sad.
I think that's pathetic. It's like that's what you've become. You know?
Yeah. So he's down here in the shit verse with all us losers, and that makes Anthony Cumia a loser, and that's what it is. But at the same time, he super chatted Melton saying, "Oh, he used me to get clickbait." I'm like, no, man, I'm making fun of you guys, but
Yeah.
oh, they're not using Opie, they're not using Stuttering John. Okay, well then I'll just change
Kumia
the
was
name.
talking about you in his book, right?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did a chapter on how much I was a nothing, and I'm like, well, why are you writing about me? I'm such a nothing. I'm in your book.
You're not a nothing, man. Honestly,
Am I-
you're not. I think you're a brilliant comedian, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Brilliant.
Mega returns.
Yeah,
Like, I just
I've-
watched
I've-
your crowd work.
After 2 years of this shit, when I got involved with it, whatever, like 2 years ago, and like I can tell you, like you're the only good guy who I think is like a half decent person.
Half decent though. Don't get too
Yeah,
ahead
That's
of
fine.
yourself.
No,
Well, I'm only half decent too. So
no, I will never be full decent. That's never happening. Half.
Yeah,
Actually,
in front of kids,
Hey,
especially.
Chad, here's
but-
what you got to do with us. So next year, I know you're probably not a soccer fan. So
No, I mean, I would love to go to a live soccer game. I
So,
really
like-
will. I
like his
played
man
soccer.
lives-
I played soccer in high school. I quit my sophomore year, but I was
I was a
played-
goalie. So like I'm a big football fan, like real football.
So am I. So am I.
Yeah. So Anyhow, and so
I mean,
you know the World Cup's in the States next year, right? So
yes.
So there's going to be a bunch of games in Kansas City, and Mir lives like in. I don't want to give you. I'm not doxing you here.
Yeah, watch that shit, man. You're just going on a pedophile rant about Melton.
He puts the British flag up for a reason, you dummy.
Yeah, chill on me, bro.
He wants to throw Kansas City off the trail.
Anyhow, there's going to be a couple games there, so I'm going to go out to Kansas City. Come up with this, man. It'll be fun. You know?
Yeah, we'll take you in the back. It'll be a good time.
Take me in the back.
Anyway,
that sounds like Moody and Melton.
Whoa!
Hey, there you go. No, but I want to get back into you, David, because this is about you. Chad's just a star guest.
I'm just the eye candy. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, you are sexy, but so David,
I'm bringing sexy back. Sorry.
Like, so when people said, and I know that I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. People said you were struggling early on about 2 years ago with renovations in your house, right?
No,
wait, I'm not done yet though. So this is what I heard. You were struggling with renovations. That's why it took longer than usual to get it done.
Well, you're in the Bahamas. Nothing happens quick here. So.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, shit. So nowadays, when you look back at, I would say 2 years ago, like what I'm trying to say is how financially stable and how I would say proud are you of what you've come from to where you are now?
Okay, so like when I did those videos of Barstool, like I bought this house from this guy. He's from Philadelphia, and the house looked really nice when I bought it, but he did all this shoddy work. And
was he black?
No, he's a white guy from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah. I hated
white guy from Philadelphia.
I hated the Eagles for a long time because of this guy. So, anyhow, my roof was like falling apart for like years and years. And I would patch it up, and then there was like a hurricane came through. Then I had a lot of water damage in my house, and then in 2019 I redid the whole roof, right?
Yeah.
And then I was going to redo the whole house because I had water damage in the house, right? And then that Donnie guy, the guy from Barstool that visited me, like had nowhere to live, and I was like, hey man, just come and see me, and whatever, you can stay at my place and whatever, and go Birds, yeah. So anyhow, so the house wasn't the greatest at that time. I fully admit, but I've like you can see from like the way it looks just from behind me, like it looks totally different now. Like it's just I got a new roof, I got new floors, I got new everything. So it's just like I spent 100 to 150 grand like rebuilding it, and it's just like, and actually when I watched the old videos I did Barstool, I'm like, holy shit, my house looks so much better now, right? So, yeah. And by the way, and Chad will like this when I say this, I own my own house, unlike somebody we know.
No, to get into that real quick with me, because I never really I understand it, but maybe for the retarded audience here who are poor.
Yeah.
What does it take for like you said, Melton truly doesn't own his own home? How did you come about that information, and what makes you assume
I think
that?
it's like people. It's just a really simple, like generic, like website you can go on and look at people's background checks. So after he's going after me, I'm like, my dad's a prosecutor, he's a judge, so I'm like, I'm not gonna like just like take this like lying down. I'm gonna see who this guy is. Right. And then I started laughing when I saw it. It's just like the house is literally in his wife's name. Like he's nowhere. Like
so he's confirmed married. He is confirmed married to that whore.
Well,
whoa.
I don't really think she's a whore because she's so ugly. No one would really want to hook up with her.
You never know, bro.
So I look it up. I'm like, oh my god, like the house is not his name. And then also like I was looking at some other stuff on it. And it's just like he had like this lien go against him in 2014 for like 14 grand. And then 2019, he had to make a deal with the IRS. He's going to pay like back taxes for 7 years.
Are you sure? Oh, fuck. All right.
I'm telling you, this is all like public. You can just look this up. This is not like doxing or anything. Like, and he didn't pay like taxes, and they was like 30 grand. Actually, I was laughing because like if you're gonna own taxes for 7 years, it should be more than 30 grand. Like that's pathetic.
Poor bitch.
Exactly.
Man, what I had to pay in taxes this year was just ridiculous.
I know.
Thanks a lot, Biden.
What's funny, Chad? Chad, what's funny was like I was looking at some interview or interview or like whatever, like something where they're like Melton's like giving you tax advice. And I'm like, this motherfucker did not pay his taxes for 7 years, and he's giving like Chad tax advice.
Oh, go ahead, Chad. You want to answer that?
No, I mean, I like when I was doing the road for 10 years, because after I got fired from my radio gig, I was making really good money there. You know, I was on the road just whatever weekend, whatever I can get, I'd do, whether it was like minimum wage headline featuring for Dalia, Kreischer, whoever, or, you know, whoever I can get. And it's just like the money dipped. And then when COVID went down, it was, you know, stand up is so
Up and down,
yeah, up
That's
and down.
my business, by the way. I do a lot in mining, and mining is very like cyclical. It's like up and down. So
you got to put money aside for a rainy day because you don't know what's going around. Like right now, like I lost my monetization, so you know I got money side so in case something crazy happens. But at the end of the day, like you know, I started making money again through all this stuff and everything that's going on in my Sound Exchange, and it's just like I had to like. I didn't know much about taxes, so I got an accountant to take care of all of that, so I don't have to deal with it.
Well, ATP, you said Melton avoided about 7 years of paying his taxes, right?
Yeah.
Explain to me, what is the benefit from avoiding paying your taxes for so long?
There's no benefit. It means
why would you do it?
I think he couldn't pay it because he wasn't making enough money. So because you have expenses, right? And Melton at the buffet, I'm sure, is a very big expense. You know? So,
dude, David, you're on fire today, bro.
No. And then it's like, but again, the thing I found funny is like, even in my worst year, like 30 grand would be like my taxes for the year. But that was 7 years of back taxes that he couldn't pay for 30 grand. And by the way, if you look at the old Red Bars, he talks about that. He talks about how Melton couldn't pay his taxes, and he's like owning the IRS. And then one of the funniest shows was, I think like Red Bar did it on his like 40th birthday show, and he did a thing. This is like so scummy though, like where he would do fundraisers through his fans, because if he got the money himself, the IRS would seize it, right? Because they'd be like, "That's the money you own us." And he would set up it wasn't even like GoFundMe. He would set up his own website, kind of like Super Tips, like set up his own thing, and then like get his fans to collect that money and then give that money back to like him afterwards. And then Red Bar had a whole thing where like a couple of the fans are calling to his show and we're like, "You're a piece of shit. You're doing this, you're doing that." And then he has Melton has like the most guiltiest look on his face of all time. Right. So, and here's my issue with it, because he called me all these things. Like if you look at the videos he did on me, I haven't really watched them. I've watched maybe like 5 minutes of them because I don't really give a crap.
He called you crook. I know that. He calls
me a crook and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, you're doing stuff like this and you have like the audacity to call anybody. It's just like, it's ridiculous, you know? So, yeah.
Hey, Dan, isn't your sister a faggot? Why don't you shut the fuck up and enjoy the show?
Whoa!
All right, go ahead. Continue.
Shots fired.
Go ahead and continue, David. Sorry, I just had to put Dan in his place because, you know, he's my bitch.
Who?
Where's Dan? I don't even know that.
Yeah. What are
you know what, 20 man? I don't watch the chat in these shows. I don't watch any of that. Like, fuck.
Yeah, who's Dan?
Oh, Nice Stupid Podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. He's in here.
Was he in the chat?
Yeah, he's talking mad shit right now.
Oh,
he's saying you're a broke piece of shit.
Don't look at the chat. Who cares?
Oh, I love the chat. It's hilarious.
Oh,
I love it. But anyways.
Just so you know, Chad, we don't take super chats on this show.
Either do I.
No. So Melton is poor for the most part. Nowadays, he's doing successful. You know,
He's pretty good. Yeah, whatever.
Right. Him and Moody are kind of balling out now.
Literally.
Right. Karmic is balling out now. I see Karmic is taking advantage of the super tips too. I think he's number 2, right? Right, Chad?
I guess. I don't know the rankings.
What do you think of Karmic, Chad?
I like him. At first,
I like him too, by the way, because I'm a big 80s music fan. So, like,
you asked Chad a question. Hang on.
Sorry.
He looks like Max Headroom. At first, I was skeptical. I thought he was biting my style, and then we talked on MLC, and I was like, "All right, he's a nice guy." And we exchanged some DMs, and he's doing his own thing, and I like people are gravitating towards him, and That's fine. So yeah, we called a truce. We squashed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Pat Dixon's a man?
Ooh. I think Pat Dixon has some serious mental issues, and he said a lot of shitty stuff about me, and
Okay.
I'm not a fan. He has a bad history with women, and if you think about it, walking in and punching Gino Bisconte the way he did with an uppercut, I mean, that's assault.
No, it's
Regardless if he had his ex-girlfriend on the show or what, you don't do that. So, that's kind of like, that means he's got a violent streak.
Well, I mean, that tells me he didn't have a father in the home, and he has, emotional, he's not able to emotionally control himself.
Yeah.
So,
You could be pissed at somebody like, what the fuck, dude? But to actually walk into a public bar and break his jaw was crazy. At the time, I was laughing, but I was just like, the more you think about it in retrospect, I'm like, it's kind of fucked up, man.
Well, that's brilliant you say that, because you didn't have a father figure truly. I mean, you did somewhat, but
no, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. You basically didn't, though. And you went through so much turmoil and trauma. But at the same time, you would never do that to somebody. You would never do that. I know you wouldn't. You're not that kind of guy.
No.
You're not that guy.
That's crazy. And Gino can be very polarizing. I lived with Gino for like 7 months in Harlem. So, back before COVID broke Gino, he was the most fun to be around, especially if you're drinking. He was a blast.
Sure.
He's life of the party, hilarious, fun. And since then, we've been on good terms. We're fine. Hence one of the reasons why I changed Kumi as Cucks, because he no longer works for him anymore. But he got weird there for a second, and he could be a little polarizing, but who cares? But
right.
Pat Dixon like literally assaulted him just because he had his ex-girlfriend on his show. Which
Would you do that? Would you assault him? No. Right.
No, I would no. I go, what the fuck? I talk shit. Like you're
right, but you're not so sadistic that you'd fucking actually put hands on another person because they had your girl on.
No, especially if you're quote unquote sober. Like, and I'm not, if you're under the influence, which I think he probably is under, Adderall or some other prescription medication. I just think it's kind of fucked up in retrospect thinking about it. And then you hear these stories from Chrissy Mayer, who you got a question.
She's
then
she's a grifter, bro.
Oh,
she's
big time. I'll never defend Chrissy Mayer. Trust me. I will never defend, because she's like, nothing she stands for is real. It doesn't exist. She's not a right-wing conservative. She just saw a lane less traveled at the time, and she knew how to make a couple bucks off of it, and she did.
So I have a question for you then. Since you're so, I wouldn't say but I could tell from you that you're very pro, man of your word. You even believe you don't switch from that, right?
Well, I try to stay true to myself for sure. Like I try to, my beliefs, if you will, even if they're not popular.
Right. And you respect people who do the same thing as you do, right?
Sure.
People or influencers you connect with.
Right.
What are some influencers in your life now that you're working with that really portray what you truly, believe in?
I don't necessarily call them influencers, but like people in the media or what we do, entertainers. Like Jim Florentine's probably one of the most solid individuals ever. Backs what he says, does what he says, man of his word, honor.
Yeah, he's a man's man, dude.
Man's man, yeah.
He's not a fucking pussy bitch.
Yeah, Florentine's a man's man. He backs. Yeah,
I love Florentine, by the way. It's the best.
Yeah, and he should. He's the real deal in comedy, and that's the reason why he's been so solid, and he's been around for almost 40 years in comedy, because he's just a good dude, and just a guy who follows up, doesn't basically pile on for profit. He was just on Carl's show. Carl from WATP hates me, and he went on Carl's show because he's a nice dude. And I would never be one of those guys. Oh, you went on Carl's show? Fuck you. No.
Yeah, you're not a weirdo like that.
No, it's like go on whatever show you want.
He told me he was like bored. He was
checked out.
He was like, this sucks,
Yeah, because Opie's his friend. They're trying to make fun of Opie, and he's just like, all right, I guess I'll sit here and.
The thing about the Stuttering John Opie's, at least they were like maybe they're has-beens, but it's better to be a has-been than never was, So
absolutely. I mean, the Opie and Andy made their money. To this day, I don't understand why they're floating around our universe. If you were that successful and that big at one point, go away. Go hang out with Dave in the Bahamas and live your life. My favorite story is my favorite story in the world is Sean Connery, one of the biggest movie stars in the world. He was James Bond, Indiana Jones.
They lived in the Bahamas, man. I know.
Yeah,
Actually, in the island I live on, there's a little
Never
restaurant
mind.
here. This woman, this woman,
Yeah, shut the fuck up and let David finish. All right.
Dave,
and this woman was like Sean Connery's like personal assistant for like 30 years, and she runs a little restaurant here now.
okay. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, moved to the Bahamas.
Exactly.
He moved to the Bahamas, retired.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
tried to get
Hey,
him
by
back.
the way, I got a song. I don't
Yeah,
think
shut
we-
the fuck up, Chad. All right. Chad was gonna say
I
something.
got a song. I don't think we're gonna get demonetized.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Yes. This is good. This is good shit right here. No, this is great. But real quick, before we end the show, because we're about to hit the hour mark here, Chad, do you have any questions for ATP about his book that you want to ask him?
Where can you get it?
Amazon.com, my website, profitfrompessimism.com, newsmax.com, and by the way, I've done this year, so what I'm doing in my newsletter right now, I have like these two like little portfolios. So one is like a $30,000 portfolio, and now there's only 5,000, because I'm trying to show like that average people can make money. So the $30,000 portfolio, and have all the trading records to prove it, is worth about 50 now, and the $5,000 one is worth about 25. Yeah, that's from the beginning of the year, so that's pretty good. One is up like 60%, the other one's up like whatever 5 times. So and yeah, that's it. On my website or Amazon or the whatnot. So I guess Chow didn't come on. So
Was he supposed to?
Busy. He was, but he's busy though right now. He's got some shit going on right now.
he's got a lot of kids, so whatever. Give him
I would
a
like
break.
to go ahead and promote this book, Love Until Forever by Ashley LaRue at Fox Point Publishing. It's a great book if you're starting a family from divorce.
From like a cuckold cokehead.
Yeah, no, real quick before we end here, like I never get why you and Rakita are starting to talk to each other now. Like I don't know how you're even involved in that shit.
Who, me?
Yeah, I don't know. I see you shit on your ex. Like you and Rakita now responding to each other. I don't even know how you're involved in that.
Well, what happened was basically when if you really, I put it this way. I put it on my show. I talked about it. Aaron M. Holt, 2 things he did wrong in his life that changed the course of his life forever, the direction. Number 1, coming after me from out of nowhere because he wanted to get in with Kumi and those guys, calling me the next Stuttering John.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Because he did that, Patrick Melton came in from out of nowhere. No one would know who he was. No one was talking about him, and got involved and made Melton a fortune by beefing. So if he never did that, Patrick Melton, no one would know who he is, period. Right? The second life-changing event in Aaron M. Holt's life is that 10th anniversary show they did where they flew Chrissy Mayer out she was the headliner.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And she was there for like 12 hours, and then she mysteriously left because of a family emergency. At the time, I thought she was like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck this. Turns out her father was murdered. True story. So what they did is, what they got to fill in for Chrissy Mayer? Nick Rekieta. And they never met him. He was friends with Chrissy. So that night, Nick Rekieta met Aaron in April. That was the first time they ever met. And if Chrissy Mayer's dad never got murdered, they would never have met Nick Rekieta. And if Steel Toe never came after me, Melton would never be here. He'd probably still be with April doing a show. And
Here's my problem with the whole Rekieta thing, right? And I've watched a lot of stuff on it. Is just like, did you see what his house looked like recently?
yeah, it's not good.
And it's like Melton's gonna go after my house, but Nick is his buddy. And look at that, right? Like, oh, we're gonna do one more video here before we leave.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You got some minutes.
Give me a second.
Is he against you though, Rakita?
Who, me?
Yeah, is he against you, man?
Well, what happened is I knew what Nick was doing because he did something similar to Chrissy Mayer. He was going around trying to befriend people for allies. He did it with Melton. He did it with Carl. He came into my chat one day and he was super chatting me, and I said, "No, dude, you can't. No, fuck you. I know what you're trying to do." And I called him out, and ever since then I've been calling him out. I go, "You're a scumbag." I go, "You got 5 kids. Take care of your fucking kids, man. I'm not gonna."
Right.
Just because I'm beefing with Steel Toe doesn't mean I'm gonna be. I don't have to choose a side. Fuck both of you. How about that? And he didn't know what to do to that.
Well, good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you guys see what I'm sharing right
yeah.
now?
I mean, if you're a drug addict, I mean, you need to chill the fuck out probably around your kids.
Can you guys see what I'm sharing right now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Dude. So when Patrick did the whole thing in my house and my stupid whatever, like I don't give a shit, but like it's just like so. With this, the background behind this is that like Melton had this crappy little apartment in New York with like a roommate, and then like Mike David Red Bar went after him about it, making fun of it, and then this is like when I started researching all this stuff, and this is like I didn't know this stuff till like after I had my little beef with him, and I was just like, this guy is a fucking like. First of all, he's just doing the shit that Red Bar did to other people, and also when you see like he lived in this apartment, he was almost 40 years old. It's like fucking sad. Anyhow, we'll watch it right now. So
All right, put it full screen though.
I can do it right now.
All right.
See it? Is that good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the volume up.
I'll get the volume. 1 second. Give me a second. Right here.
This is an ice box. Oh, does Patrick Melton have a fridge? Oh, no, he's got an ice box. Why? Here's his stove. 2 burners. Just a little stove. You could fit it in a backpack. And I'm not kidding. His kitchen sink is just like a bathroom vanity that you would find at an old dive bar. His kitchen sink is just 2 cabinets set up. You would find this, they would screw this in an old bar. You would see this. Or when you go to get your hair cut in some dump. And then above it is 2 matching cabinets. But I would say his kitchen sink is smaller than what you would get in a powder room. Not a bathroom. Not something with a shower that you use daily to put on your makeup. This is a powder room size vanity. And I don't even think it's zoned for a kitchen. It's made for like a bathroom in a warehouse. That's what his kitchen was made for. Think of just some dumpy bathroom at this at home.
Okay, this I want to move on to the bathroom. This is the funniest thing, right? So,
all right.
Oh, sorry, I gotta get that volume up again.
Oh, we have the venue for Edinburgh too. Photos. I love this bathroom. Oh, the mirror. I'm sorry, there's a mirror.
This is the funniest of the mirror.
But the mirror is not over the sink. So the sink is in the corner. I've never seen a sink like this except for maybe an airplane bathroom. The way it's like a triangle sink. There is no mirror over the sink. You know where the mirror is? Over the toilet. No joke. You make a hard right. You're taking a dump here. After your dump, you flush, and then you stand over your fumes and do your lipstick into this mirror that's just, I assume, glued on to the wall there. Right over the toilet. So you wash your face, and you have a blank wall that you're looking at. You splash water on your face, you look up, blank wall. Then you turn, and now you're over the toilet. Hope that.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
I have like a theory why the mirror is over the toilet.
Why is that?
That's the only way Patrick could see his dick. Yeah, I've seen it in like 30 years or something,
That's brilliant.
But like what I'm trying to say about this is, how can he make fun of my house when he was living like this as a
squalor, as a poor person?
fucking man? Like, get the
Right.
fuck out of my face. All right.
Right.
That's what I say.
Well, finish the video. Let's keep watching. Let's see what else there is to show.
Yeah.
That sucker's clean. And so now you're fixing yourself up again over the stink lines from Indian waste, toxic Indian waste. And I'm sure that's barely got any water in that toilet. Imagine Patrick's enormous dumps. Imagine, the other way around. Patrick comes in there, takes one of his 6'5" dumps, 50 wings, takes a dump. Then Shuby has to come in and quickly get ready. So now he's showering, steaming up this tiny little bathroom after one of Patrick's massive shits. sitting in the sauna of Patrick and his stenches, and then getting ready in the toilet mirror. That is a toilet mirror. I don't know. Am I overreacting here?
Anyhow, that's it. So
Way to end the show right there. Honestly, that was very brilliant.
There you go.
Oh wait, he just left the show. All right.
I guess it's over. Well, I got to roll out anyway, though. Mira, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, this is brilliant. This is pure brilliance right here, man. All right, buddy. You be safe. Right?
Take care, brother. I'll see you soon.
All right, see you, buddy.